How powerful is Naruto Uzumaki's transformations? And how strong does he get throughout his own series? You already know what we on. We'll only be using the canon source material to scale, like the anime and the manga, all the Boruto movies, all the Boruto and the last novelizations, the official data books, the promotional guides of the Boruto series. Let's get it. Naruto at birth was unfortunate, but also lucky enough to have the nine-tailed fox Kurama sealed inside of him at birth. He's basically a chakra beast who has the power to turn planets to ash. Kurama was placed inside of Naruto using the 8 tetragram seal, or a sealing jutsu that cuts Kurama's chakra in half. It can then constantly and passively leak some of Kurama's chakra outside of Naruto, which in turn makes Naruto's base form stronger than if he didn't have Kurama. This is shown constantly with Naruto's shadow clones, as even as a young child, Naruto was able to summon hundreds of shadow clones. And as Kakashi states, base Naruto has about 100 times the chakra of an elite Jonin. Even with all this power Naruto has, Naruto can still tap into more of Kurama's chakra. This was first shown in Naruto's fight with Haku. Haku, being a Jonin level shinobi that can go light speed, fought this version 0 Nine-Tails influenced Naruto, getting one-shotted by this form. This is Naruto's version 0 Nine-Tails form. He uses this form to amp his power multiple times. What does it multiply it by specifically? To get that answer, we'll have to look at Naruto's version 1 state, the state that he first locks against Sasuke in part 1. The same Sasuke who has the Curse Mark II transformation. The same Curse Mark who is stated multiple times to give at least a 10 times multiplier. Naruto was on par with this same Sasuke. It can go one-tailed version 1 Naruto at least a 10 times multiplier. At the same time, giving Naruto's version 0 cloaks a 2 to 9 times multiplier. Naruto can then multiply this version 1 power by increasing the number of tails that he has. No tails being his version 0 form, 1 tails through 3 tails being his version 1 form, then his 4 tails, all the way up to the 8 tails being his version 2 form, with each tail being added making him multiple times stronger. But for lowballing sake, we'll just make it so each tail increases Naruto's power by addition of 1 time. But for the 1 tail, it's a 10 times multiplier because of the curse mark multiplier. For the 2 tails, it'll be 11 times multiplier, tails being 12, 4 tails being 13, all the way up to the 8 tails being a 17 times multiplier, and the full 9 tails at 50% power being an 18 times multiplier. And at this point, it'll be a perfect time to talk about Sage Mode, Naruto's perfect Sage Mode to be specific. In Sage Mode, Naruto is able to be on par with the 6 Paths of Pain, take down the 3rd Raikage A, and be on par with 50% Kurama. The same 50% Kurama that is lowballed at being a 18 times multiplier. So how strong is Sage Mode? Well, specifically because of the Naruto versus Pain fight, there's been much debate with Sage Mode Naruto versus version 2 Six-Tails Naruto. Six-Tails Naruto was able to keep up and was on par with Tendo Pain, just like Sage Mode Naruto was. And only when Naruto was in his 8-tail state was when Tendo Pain started to get at his limit. Sage Mode Naruto around the power of Six-Tailed version 2 Naruto. Using the lowballed version 2 multipliers, Sage Mode is a 15 to 18 times multiplier. Afterwards, Naruto then takes control over the 50% chakra of Kurama, unlocking his KCM forms. The weakest one being his KCM 1 mode, or Kurama Chakra Mode 1, which is blatantly stated to being stronger than Sage Mode. In this form, Naruto is able to be on par with Minato. He's able to spread his shadow clones across the entire world to help every shinobi fight in the war. And KCM1 was able to manhandle 50% Kurama. So since KCM1 is stated to being stronger than Sage Mode, which is a 15 to 18 times multiplier, and since KCM1 is able to outscale a 50% Kurama, which is an 18 times multiplier, you can safely put KCM1 Naruto around a 20 times multiplier. And afterwards, Naruto befriends Kurama, upgrading his KCM1 to KCM2, who is stated to be on par with Hashirama, and was able to give chakra to thousands of people in the allied shinobi forces. But again, how strong is KCM2? Like I said earlier, Naruto was able to give chakra to thousands of shinobi, multiplying all these thousands of shinobi's power. As Kakashi stated, an over 3 times multiplier. Basically meaning that KCM2 Naruto is 3 times stronger than anybody that he's able to amplify. One of them being Guy, whose 6th gate alone is able to increase his power exponentially. Or Choji, who's able to increase his power 100-fold using his butterfly mode. Meaning KCM2 Naruto is at least 3 times stronger than transformations that can increase your power 100-folds and exponentially. Lowballing a KCM2 Naruto to a 100 to 400 times multiplier using the Choji and 6th gate Guy scale. That's when we get into Naruto's next form, his KCM3 form. His Kurama Avatar state. In this form, Naruto let loose all his Kurama Chakra, creating a Kurama Avatar, which at the same time increases the size and power of Naruto's jutsu. But how strong is it? Honestly, there's no way to calculate this without strictly going into headcanon territory, as there's nobody else on par with KCM3 with a transformation multiplier to go for. Oh, we're just gonna have to simply lowball it to 1 additional multiplier from KCM2. So if KCM2 is a 100 to 400 times multiplier, we'll just simply put KCM3 at a 101 to 401 times multiplier. A huge lowball. And at this point, it will be a perfect time to add the other half of Kurama to Naruto, since he gets the other half of Kurama after the war. I promise you, it just makes the multipliers a lot more easier. And since Naruto does get the other half of Kurama after the war, that means Naruto simply multiplies his KCM chakra by 2. So One-Tailed Cloak Naruto isn't a 10 times multiplier as I proved earlier, it is a 20 times multiplier. KCM3 isn't a 101 to 401 times multiplier, it is a 202 to 802 times multiplier, since the chakra is simply doubled. Even after this, Naruto still was able to fuse Sage Mode and his KCM modes together, making a whole new different mode called his Bijou Sage Mode, which is the easiest ones to calculate because we already have the multipliers for both Sage Mode and his KCM modes. Which is also the reason why I wanted to add the other half of Kurama, because I didn't want to fuse Sage Mode with his 50% chakra he had. So since we already got the multipliers, let's just simply see how strong this is. KCM1 Naruto with a 100% Kurama is lowballed at a 40 times multiplier. Times that with the 15 times Sage Mode multiplier, KCM1 plus Sage Mode is a 600 times multiplier. KCM2 is lowballed at a 200 times multiplier. Use that with Sage Mode and you get 3000 times multiplier. Use KCM3 with Sage Mode, you get a 3015 times multiplier. This is when Naruto gets power from the Sage's 6 Paths Hagoromo, unlocking his Sage's 6 Paths forms. His base Sage's 6 Paths form and his Rakuto form, with his base 6 Paths form being on One-Eyed Jubi Madara's level, and his Rakuto form being on par with Kaguya Otsutsuki. Yet there still isn't a multiplier to go by in the canon, meaning we have to lowball to just an addition of 1 multiplier. Meaning his base Sage's 6 Path is a 3016 multiplier. His Rakuto is a 3017 times multiplier, which again is a major lowball. Which also means that base Naruto going into full power is lowballed over 3000 times. Naruto's next transformation is his Ashura Mode. Naruto unlocks this mode during his final fight against Sasuke. This form is literally Naruto's Rakuto form Kurama Avatar, collecting sage energy across the entire planet, magnifying his power by multiple times. And since there's simply no multiplier, we'll just have to multiply Rakuto form with Sage Mode. So 3017 for Rakuto times 15 for Sage Mode, you get about 45,250 times multiplier. For Naruto's next transformation, we'll have to go all the way to the middle of Boruto. Naruto has gotten over a decade and a half of training, outscaling people like Base Momoshiki and the rest of the Chiki trio. He then fights someone stronger named Ishiki, forcing him to unlock a whole new mode, Baryon Mode. Longest mode by far. Really fusing Naruto and Kurama's chakra together. Again, no multiplier. They went to the Ashura Mode multiplier, You get a 45,256